Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Relax and Read with Mrs. B. Today's story is about aliens from Mars. It's called First Graders from Mars, Episode 1, Horus's Horrible Day. Story by Shayna Corey and pictures by Mark Teague. Let's dig in. This is exciting, right? It was a quiet day on Mars. A dust storm swirled across the ground. A volcano blew purple gas in the distance. Suddenly, a flying cup streaked across the sky. It spun to a stop and landed in a canyon. Creak! Its hatch opened. Something or someone climbed out. It was Horus. "Are you sure you don't want me to walk in with you?" asked Horus's mom. "Mom," said Horus, "I am a first grader. I am not a baby." "Okay," said Horus's mom. She stretched out her lips and kissed Horus goodbye. She left a red suction mark. I bet Horus is quite embarrassed. Horus rubbed the mark off his forehead. Then he headed into Mariner Valley Elementary School. He followed the twisty canyon paths until he found Pod 1. Nurgle, a friend from Martian Garten, was already inside. Nurgle waved his tentacles. Horus waved back. There's his friend Nurgle, and there is Horus. I'm loving our little alien friends. A teacher floated over. She had eyes in the back of her head. That's creepy. And in the front and on the sides. "Meep, meep," she said. "I am your teacher, Miss Vortex." "Oip, oip," answered Horus. "I am Horus." Miss Vortex gave Horus a name tag. Then she showed him his thinking capsule. There's Horus's name tag and all of his classmates, and there's a teacher. Horus couldn't wait to get started. "Where is the slime table?" he asked. "Where are the snooze mats? Where are the snacks?" A girl Horus didn't know giggled. Her name tag said Tara. "This isn't Martian Garten anymore," she said. "First graders are too big for those things." Horus's tentacles drooped. No slime table? No snooze mats? No snacks? Oh, Horus, first grade is a little different from kindergarten. Oh, I'm sorry, Martian Garten. Before Horus could say anything, Miss Vortex clapped her tentacles together. "Okay, Martian," she said, "let's get to work." Horus couldn't believe it. In Martian Garden, there was no work until at least the third day. The rest of the day didn't get any better. In reading, Horus was in the beta group. Tara and Nurgle were both in the alpha group. "Alphas are much brighter," said Tara. Look at her showing off. And that's not true. They're not necessarily brighter. In art, Horus drew a self-portrait. "It doesn't look like you," said Tara. "Maybe you should make it a little lumpier." Tara's not very nice, is she? There was no morning snack, so by lunchtime Horus was starving. He was in such a hurry to eat that he slurped his soup up the wrong tentacle. "Grow, boss," said Tara. Everyone except Nurgle laughed. Horus felt horrible. Tara is just so mean. After lunch, Horus was very tired, but there was no snooze time in first grade. "Let's work on our numbers," said Miss Vortex. 4 plus 2, she called out. 5 plus 3. Everyone rushed to form the right answers. Horus was so sleepy that he accidentally got stuck on 8. poor Horace, this is quite a transition for him. After numbers, everyone ran outside for recess. On the way, Horace peeked inside the Martian garden room. The Martian gardeners were hopping around making animal sounds. Glump, glump, they said. Meelo, meelo. Those were the days, thought Horace sadly. Horace's mom picked him up after school. How was it? She asked. Horrible, said Horace. I'm not going back. He refused to talk about it for the rest of the night. The next morning, Horace's parents came into his room. Horace, said Horace's dad, I think you should give first grade another try. I don't think so, said Horace. Horace, said Horace's mom, you can't live your life with only our Martian garden education. Horace thought about it. He imagined eating snacks all day. He imagined snoozing when he was tired. He imagined getting a job testing slime tables. Yeeps, I can, he said. That's an interesting word. Horace, you have to go to school, said his mom. No, Bo, said Horace. You can't make me. Unfortunately, though, as it turned out, she could. Don't leave me here, begged Horace. When they got to school, just then another flying cup pulled up beside them. A giant blue Martian dragged her giant blue daughter out of the hatch. Pelly, said the mother, behave. No, Bo, screamed Pelly. Horace stopped howling and started watching. Look at Pelly's mom struggling with her. Pelly's mom looked embarrassed. We just moved here from the moon Phobos, she said. And Pelly is a little nervous about starting first grade. I am not nervous, wailed Pelly. No one understands. Big blue teardrops dripped out of her nose. I understand, said Horace. Pelly sniffled. You do? She asked. Yeps, said Horace. First grade will be terrible, said Pelly. I know, agreed Horace. It will be scary, said Pelly. Tell me about it, said Horace. The teacher will be mean, said Pelly. Horace started to nod. Then he remembered that Miss Vortex saved his life twice yesterday. Actually, the teacher's okay, he said. Pelly looked doubtful. The work will be hard, said Pelly. Horace thought about getting stuck on 8. Then he remembered that he still got the answer right. It's not that hard, he admitted. I could get lost in the hall, said Pelly. I could show you around, offered Horace. Really, said Pelly. Really, said Horace. Look at Horace helping out a friend. And when you help out a friend, you're in turn helping yourself out as well, right? Pelly's and Horace's mom smiled. They offered to walk Pelly and Horace inside. No, Bo, said Pelly and Horace at the same time. We are not babies, Pelly said. I've done this before, added Horace. So Horace and Pelly bounced into Pod 1 together, and from then on, first grade started to look up. The end. Thank you so much for joining me, boys and girls, for reading this story today. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I will see you on the next one.